the Slate app. Hey guys, I'm Dawn. Welcome to Real Simple Cooking School. Nothing says fall like a pumpkin spiced treat. And today I'm going to show you how to make my favorite pumpkin muffins. It's a foolproof recipe and you can change it up a bunch of different ways. Let's do it. Okay, I'm going to start by preheating the oven. I've got it at 350. Basic baking, that's your target temp. That's where you want to be. This is standard size muffin cups, 12 usually come in the tray. But I want to tell you a small secret. When you're spraying stuff, whether it's a cake pan, cupcake tin, whatever, you want to do it either over a trash can or over the sink. The little particles will fall to the floor, and if you're not careful, you might slip like on a banana peel. I'm going to take this back to the sink, give it a spray. This is one of those simple quick bread recipes. So dry ingredients, wet ingredients, fold them together, that's it. You don't even need a mixer, okay? Let's measure some stuff. All-purpose flour is what you want to have on hand all the time. And I'm just going to give the flour like a little bit of aeration. And then I'm going to level it off. Can you see that? So it's nice and even. That's a quarter cup. We're going for 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. So then this is a half cup measure. And you want to make sure you're using dry measures to measure dry stuff. We'll get to the liquid measure in a second. What you don't want to do is pull your flour out and shake the cup. That's going to settle the flour down into the cup, so it's going to be more compact than what you really need. You're going to get more flour than the recipe actually calls for. That's why sometimes when you make cookies or cakes, you're thinking, why is this so dense? Too much flour. Okay, 1 cup going in, and that's it for my flour. Okay, now for the rest of the dry ingredients. We have some cinnamon and ginger, classic pumpkin spice components, and a little bit of nutmeg. This is a whole nutmeg. The recipe calls for a 1/4 teaspoon. If you have ground nutmeg, that's fine, use it, but the fresh stuff, it's really so much more aromatic. So if you can find it and you have a microplane, use it. And I'm not even measuring, I'm just gonna give it like 10 of these. Okay. 2 more things. Salt, always, even in the sweet stuff. It's gonna wake up all the flavors that are in here. So we're just gonna do 1/2 teaspoon. And then a little bit of baking powder. You'll see when these muffins come out, they have this beautiful, perfect little dome shape. The baking powder is what does it. So 1.5 teaspoons here. That's a 1/2, that's a whole, and that's another 1/2. Okay, that's it for the dry ingredients. Give this a little whisk to combine everything. It already smells like pumpkin spice. Do you guys want to smell? We've talked about this before, but sugar in these quick bread recipes acts as a wet ingredient. So we have a 1/2 cup of granulated sugar going right in, 1 cup of light brown sugar that's packed, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, and then for the pumpkin, just 1 cup pure pumpkin puree. 2 eggs. Remember, large eggs for baking. Save the extra large for like frittatas and scrambles and stuff. Right in there. So 1 tap, get your thumb in there, break it open, and that's it. Wet ingredients, gonna give these a nice whisk so everything is evenly incorporated. You might need to go in and break up some of these brown sugar clumps, or just come after it with the whisk. And lots of recipes will have you, make a well in the center of the dry ingredients and add the wet. I don't find it makes much of a difference if the wet goes into the dry or the dry goes into the wet, so that's what I'm gonna do. So remember, we've got flour, we've got our spices, salt, baking powder, and that's all there is to it. Just gonna give this a gentle stir. Like all muffins and quick breads, you wanna make sure you don't stir too much. That's gonna create gluten and it's gonna make them tough and chewy. If you stir just till the dry ingredients are combined, it's gonna keep these really light and tender. But we are there. See? Back away. Okay, now it's time to load them up. At this point, if you wanted to add some fun things to the batter, go right ahead. Some chopped peeled apples or pears, chocolate chunks could be fun. have some fun with it. Once you get the basic recipe down, you can experiment with what you like. Hot tip. This is an ice cream scoop with a quick release. I love using these for muffins, cupcakes, stuff that you want really even. Also works really good for cookies. So buy them in a couple different sizes and you'll have that tray of perfectly spaced cookies, muffins, whatever. Nice even scoop, releases easily in the tin. You just want to make sure you get all of that batter out. Give it a nice scrape. And if you've got a little extra, you can just come back and top them off just slightly. I think that's perfect. These are ready to go in the oven, 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes until they're domed and beautiful and golden. They really are the most perfect looking muffins, cupcakes, whatever you want to call them, that I've ever seen. See that beautiful crowning? That's what we call that little separation at the top. Okay, I'm going to show you guys one of my favorite ways to finish these. They're called dirt bombs. And all it takes is some melted butter and some cinnamon sugar. You pop out the muffins, let them cool slightly. I have those hands that can touch hot things, but let them cool slightly till it's warm but comfortable to the touch. And just regular old pastry brush. You just want to, here I'll bring this a little closer. Give these guys a little brush, nice and evenly coated, and then, bomb. Right in the cinnamon sugar, give it a nice toss. And the butter's gonna help that delicious mixture stick to the outside. It's like a cinnamon sugar pumpkin donut, right? So I'm gonna do a few more of these, but see how easy that is? So basic cinnamon sugar, I like to usually use, for every quarter cup of sugar, a teaspoon of cinnamon. So start with a quarter cup and go up from there. Look at those. Yum, right? But there are not one, not two, not three, but 4 other ways that you can finish these. And do a little bit of TV magic. I have them right here. So remember I was saying that you could stir some stuff into the muffins? Well, we have here a little apple and pear. You could even use chopped candied ginger if you wanted to. These have chopped chocolate. Look at this. So gorgeous. And these are cool because you can see what's in there, so no one's surprised. My other favorite, the streusel topping. You guys know how I feel about that. And if you do want to take these muffins in a cupcake direction, just give them a little smear of cinnamon cream cheese frosting. Very simple. You can get this, these, all of these recipes on realsimple.com/cooking school. See you soon. Like what you see here on Real Simple Cooking School? Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon.